Today, Charlie takes on the Rich brothers to restore an enchanted garden.
We've got Christian, we've got Katherine and little baby Olive.
Oh, very
Olive
sweet.
looks very bonny, doesn't she?
When they bought this property, the garden was very overgrown, but they've cleared it.
Oh, OK, that's good.
No, that's what they said. So I don't know what it was like before.
Must have been really overgrown. It's huge,
Yeah.
though.
Canadian-born opera singer Katherine and comic book artist Christian moved to Shrewsbury 2 years ago with their dog Thor.
When we came into the place, the house was a disaster. The garden was overgrown, but we loved it.
And baby Olive followed soon after.
We don't know anything about gardening.
No.
And we don't know what to keep, what to get rid of, what's a plant, what's a weed.
They just really want us to tame it and create a garden rather than a snippet of nature.
The garden has a real sort of fairy tale quality to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's go down to the fairies.
With this sort of little kind of Gothic window in the folly and all of this sort of overgrowth, which kind of adds to this kind of like cloistered sort of feeling at the back.
Oh, hi, fairies.
And we want, in a lot of ways, to keep that.
This end of the garden they want as a little kind of fairy tale glen for Olive.
We should do a deal. Even if they choose yours, can I do the fairy bit?
Yes.
The garden needs to be a usable space for all of us. So we need some space to be able to sit out and have dinner and to entertain. There needs to be a space for Thor and Olive to run around, somewhere that it's just safe for her to explore.
It's amazing space, but what is the budget? Is that amazing?
Well, it's £5,000.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
happy with that.
I mean, it's a big garden with very little structure in there, so that's going to absorb a lot of the cost.
Charlie and the Rich brothers get to work to bring the magic back to this disenchanted garden. Each of them will come up with a plan for Christian and Katherine that works within their budget. The couple will then choose a winner, and whoever loses will help them build the garden. The £5,000 budget will be spent on materials, while Charlie and the Rich brothers, along with their team of landscapers, provide the labour for free. Back in rainy Shrewsbury, it's time for the pitch.
Hello.
Hey.
You guys look nice and comfy.
We are, yeah.
Ready?
Fantastic, OK. So this is our design. Love the idea of this being almost like a mountain trek through these winding paths, nature encroaching, coming up through the cracks, but still having these lovely usable spaces.
Towards the house, it's got a modern kind of feeling to it, but as you venture down to the bottom where the folly is, it starts getting more wild and kind of less tamed.
OK.
Oh, wow.
So I have divided the garden up into, it's 3 spaces, but it's 2 main areas. This area up here is the entertainment area. Then in the middle, you've got this lawn. But then you come down to Olive's bit of the garden. So I've increased the planting here because I wanted to make this a secret garden, so you've got to explore to find it.
So both designers have kept the enchanting feel the couple wanted and added a family-friendly structure. To win, this will come down to details.
At the front of the house, we thought these large pads of concrete would be really cool, and we'd set them off into these fragmented patterns here. It's the idea that it was once one piece, but roots have grown through and plants have been allowed to break it apart. There's that romance almost of a space that's been allowed to just run to ruin in a way. But because it's been designed, it's really usable, really safe.
The brothers are playing to the couple's artistic streak with their unconventional patio and pathways. But Charlie's not going to be outdone.
I've got very modern paving here, but I've intercut it with a diagonal of hardwood decking at the same level to give you a different texture and not to make it look like an expanse of straight paving. And then the planting round here, we've got this beautiful feature tree. I was thinking of a magnolia because they have a lovely shape to the trunk, open multi-stemmed with fairy lights running up it.
Finally, Christian and Katherine want to keep the enchanted feel at the back of the garden, but make it a usable area for Olive to play. So, what have our designers come up with?
And the idea then would just be to put in maybe some small dwarf apple trees or something. So you've got that idea that you're looking down the garden to this romantic, old, traditional orchard that's lost its way slightly, somewhere that really did feel like somewhere that Olive could go down, get lost in, play. And then also what we wanted to put in for Olive is just a living willow hut down here. So she's got somewhere to go, her own space to hide out. So that should be really fun.
But my favourite bit of the garden is right down the bottom, the secret garden. And you come through a normal archway, and then it's been landscaped so that you've got lots of mounds and banks and have stepping stones running through to her patio entertainment area so that she could maybe be down there doing art or putting on a show for you. So there'll be lots for her to explore, lots of plants for her to pick.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Fantastic.
I will leave you to contemplate.
With the pitches over,
Well, fantastic, thank you very much.
Thank
Real.
you.
Cheers, guys.
Right, see you in a bit.
It's a bit exciting.
it's time for Christian and Katherine to decide which design they like the best.
Wow. Well, this is going to be impossible.
It's a tough one to call.
Hello.
Hello.
yeah.
So this was genuinely a really tough decision.
The worst.
Yeah, it was terrible. But I think we have
I think we've made a
it.
decision. And the garden we're going for is...
the rich
The Rich Brothers.
Well done, well done.
Thank you very much, guys. Fantastic. Well, that's the deal comes into play now.
Yeah, so I get
100%.
to do some of that, do
Oh,
I?
yeah.
And we get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome, guys. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Thanks.
It's a great result for the Rich Brothers, and Charlie will help bring order to this wild plot. It's all systems go for the Rich Brothers landscapers. Gruff, Andy, Kyle, Tristram and Ben. A winning feature of the brothers' design is his contemporary patio and pathway. Their inspiration comes from the Earth's tectonic plates that float and move across its mantle.
Well, I've never done tectonic plates before.
The first 10 metres of the garden is being cleared for the concrete patio and pathway. Costing £750, this will give the area the structure it desperately needs. The garden is 100 feet long and completely wild, so Andy has to consult the Rich Brothers design to work out the measurements of the new lawn in the middle to make sure they clear the right area.
Thou shalt not pass. Oh my gosh, it's the gatekeeper. Anyone know the password?
Get back to work.
Happy with the dimensions for the new lawn, Andy gets the team to clear the area. Kyle builds a large wooden frame in the shape of the patio and smaller wooden frames for the fragmented pathway. Concrete is poured into the wooden frames that will form the patio and left to dry in the warmth of the sun.
It's looking good, isn't it?
Which is good news, because the Rich Brothers and Charlie have arrived.
Look at this garden. It's looking so cool already. The whole idea of this space is that it gradually dissolved from quite a modern, man-made landscape into something that becomes very wild, unkempt, and quite magical.
So these large plates just break down into smaller ones, allowing gravel to filter through. But at the moment, this whole space opens up, but we want to make it quite enclosed. So we're going to bring in some shrubs and trees and just layer it and allow plants to filter through these plates and just soften the whole space.
Oh, it's going to feel fantastic. And then that leads us onto the lawn area. So what's so nice is we go from something that's quite enclosed to something that feels a lot more open. But there's some beautiful things like this willow in here and the buddleia there that we want to retain. Again, it's all about making this garden feel very magical and very natural, so it'd be crazy to get rid of some of the shrubs that are already here.
And then as you move down the garden will start looking slightly wild and unkempt. But it's also about just evolving that space, introducing a little orchard, which just adds to the romance of this area. And talking about wild and disregarded, Charlie, how are you?
Be very careful. Very careful.
Back in the top right of the garden, Harry and David are working out the dimensions of the fragmented pathway that will be surrounded by bound gravel and create new planting pockets.
Well, they come off here. If you have, like, that goes up to there.
Yeah, and then...
And then this is all planting.
OK, so they've got to go
You've got, yeah, got to walk
onto
onto here and then back off it. Well, I think that all makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, more than sense, mate.
Nice. Well, really, what's happened here is we've got a central bed of planting, and that almost separates two pathways. Now, this pathway on the right is open. It's a lot easier to travel, and it makes it really accessible for Katherine and Christian and little Olive to get down to the bottom of the garden.
This one, maybe you've got to hop onto a boulder, across to another one, then back onto the path itself. So it's just about having fun with it and making it feel nice and rustic and natural.
Down in the undergrowth, Charlie wants to make sure David's on board with her ideas for the secret garden.
I was thinking that we can weave these into an arch.
Oh, yeah, what a great idea.
Yeah.
They're perfect for, aren't they, on either side?
This could be another, like, dens area.
Yeah, almost an open area.
Yeah.
The feeds then, and then we clear a little bit there.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to see this wall, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely.
And there's that lovely rose.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking it's not neatly put on the wall, but it's like sprawling.
Yeah. Well, I think that's so in fitting with that kind of folly wall,
Yeah.
isn't it? The idea of the romance and the rose, perfect.
All right, shall we just stay down here and let Harry do all the work at the
I
top?
quite like that idea, to be honest, yeah.
Now, this area outside the kitchen was designed to have a table and chairs in, and Katherine and Christian and little Olive don't have one, so we thought it would be a lovely idea to make one. And the idea is to take inspiration from these tectonic plates. So I'm going to build a table, and I'm going to create this lovely, chunky bit of concrete for a tabletop. And it's much like creating a worktop in your kitchen, but in this instance, it just echoes the rest of the feel in this garden.
Harry's cleverly recycled the wooden frames used to mould the concrete patio. With Gruff's help, Harry makes the base for the concrete tabletop.
The legs can go inside these, can't they?
Yeah.
And Harry's making sure the table legs will hold the heavy load.
How's that angle looking? Is it right?
Yeah, so then I can just mimic that over there. Quite cool, isn't it?
Lady May, he's going nowhere.
To add to the enchanted feel, Charlie's training a rambling rose on a back wall.
I'd love to believe in fairies. It'd be really cool, wouldn't it? To think that there's little fairies and elves and nymphs just hiding around watching us.
While at the top, some larger elves are mixing compost with the old soil in preparation for the new plants. The brothers start with 3 silver birch trees, priced at £180 in the new central planting pocket.
Now, we don't just have birch, we've got some lovely native shrubs in this garden also. And when you think about planting up your garden, don't let the eye wander too far. It's lovely to have spaces that almost conceal the views and create a more intimate space. Now, shrubs play a really pivotal role in doing that because they're that mid-layer. It's lovely to have that height that the birch give, but the hawthorn and the hazel and the viburnum will help to conceal those views, restricting what your eye can see. And therefore, when you wander around, it opens up. So think about layers.
It's important this is a garden where Olive can run around, so the central area will be lawn. After making sure it's free of stones and level, Tristram lays 65 square metres of turf, costing £280. To decorate the secret garden, Charlie's making some fairy tale masks to entertain Olive.
Oh, it's going to be so nice, us three all together.
Watch those leaves there.
Yeah, watch those leaves there.
You're
What
too
could
long.
go wrong?
Right, watch that hole there.
Reverse,
Take
reverse,
it
reverse.
to the end. Take the other end for lady.
Lady, where's she then?
There we are, that's enough.
Success.
And she's not the only one getting creative. Harry's table is ready for its concrete top.
We're just putting the concrete on the top now. We've created the framework on the outside, which means really we can get it in, smooth it off, and then later, when it's hardened up a bit, take this framework off. Should all be done. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
To prevent this tabletop from cracking, we're going to be using some rebars, which is just a solid bit of steel, and that's just going to lock it together and be the reinforcing element.
Unlike us, we're all like cracking under the pressure.
Are you cracking under the pressure for
No,
these on?
I'm having a great time, me.
Oh, yes. That's creamy. Got lumps in it.
Loving it. That's rustic.
Saucy.
I think it looks quite cool with the house here.
The fragmented concrete paving is central to the design, with materials coming in at £750. To soften the hard edges, it sits in a meandering 30 metres of bound gravel pathway costing £800.
Nice. Yeah, keep it from going on that too much.
This garden was designed so that Olive can explore freely, and David's come up with a feature to spark her imagination.
Now, this area of the garden is all about Olive. It's going to be a fantastic place for her to wander down and spend some time outdoors. But we did promise to have a living willow den. Now, it's the wrong type of year to actually plant living willow whips like this. So what we've done is we've just got the willow whips themselves, and we're going to plant some ivy at the base. And what that's going to do is it's going to climb up the structure and then have this evergreen screen the whole time. So she'll always have this den here, and it'll always be looking beautiful. So all I've done is I've actually just drawn an arc out on the ground. I'm going to make some holes in the ground and then start to stick these in.
For just a few pounds, willow whips are a versatile natural building material. It's easy and fun to create dens, but they can make practical decorative screening also.
So, nice little spot. You can see the framework here. We're just making sure everything's tied in nicely and firm. And then I'll plant up the ivy on the base. Harry's been a dream and bought me the ivy. So, there we are. And that is all that's needed. Over time now, that'll grow up. What a cool little space it'll be for baby Olive.
The brothers have chosen £500 worth of plants to go in the new planting pockets. Once happy with the arrangement, Carl can get them in.
So the boys are keeping the garden planting quite simple, using lots of natives like the birch and the hawthorn. But then they've got one or two ornamentals that are very closely related to natives. So this one's Sambucus nigra black lace, and look at that gorgeous foliage. And against the green, it really stands out. So it's basically elderflower. It's related to the elderflower you see in the hedgerows. You will get some fruit and berries on it, but not loads and loads. It's really for the foliage. And of course, the great thing about using the ornamental version of something native is that it's really robust and will put up with an awful lot, because it's quite dry here because of the hedge of ivy. But it will definitely establish and do okay.
To connect the lawn area to the secret garden at the back, Harry is planting a mini orchard, 4 apple trees, for £100.
I think it's nice because you've got that open bit of lawn there.
Yep.
And then this becomes that wild orchard area, and then you've got that little wildlife space on there.
Fab. Yeah, I think that's awesome. I love that one on its own there.
Yeah, that's the one, isn't it?
We've got these whips here, so I thought I'd make a living arch. And it's ever so straightforward. It's literally a case of That's probably a bit low, about that. Wind them round, like that. And maybe that one. And then get this bit and weave it in. And that'll be a nice little arch that no adults can go past, only children and nice people like me. How quick was that? Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Ben uses the vibrating plate to compact the gravel pathways. And now the concrete's dry, Harry's new table can be put in position.
Wait, a bit more towards you, Graf.
Over there.
Ah, try that. Nice. Oh, I've got to say, I couldn't be more pleased. You know, taking off the sides revealed a lovely texture. And, you know, you can get rid of that by vibrating it, but in this case, we left those air pockets, and that creates that rustic touch. But on top, beautifully smooth, couldn't be happier, and it links with the floor really nicely.
As a final touch, bark chippings are laid at the back of the garden to suppress the weeds and make the area more attractive. And Charlie adds a picnic blanket for Olive.
Now, down in between the tectonic plates, we've fed the grass and the plants through. And it starts to make it feel very natural. It's that idea that actually once this was one piece and these now have split them apart and emerged. And we've got some lovely plants here. We've got epimediums, and they're great, low-growing plants. Beautiful, simple leaf and a gorgeous flower in early summer. Some other plants like geraniums, aquiledias, and other grasses as well. There's two grasses within this planting scheme that hold these beds together. We've got Distampsia cespitosa and we've got Luzula nivea. Both quite different grasses, but both evergreen, so it gives a lovely bit of form to these beds. The Luzula nivea has this lovely white flower on the top, which in darker spaces can really illuminate the space. And the Distampsia has a gorgeous fluffiness to it. So both work really beautifully together. They create a really natural character, and linked with the ferns and all the rest of the plants within this garden, it just has a lovely soft character.
And the garden is complete. Christian and Katherine's plot was wild, overwhelmed with weeds and plants and an ugly, uneven patio. It's now had a £5,000 makeover. This enchanted garden has a family table sitting on a contemporary concrete patio. New planting beds are filled with grasses, flowers and trees that bring height, colour and texture to the space. Fragmented tectonic plates, along with compacted gravel, meander down the garden. It then opens up to a large, fresh expanse of lawn, leading to a mini orchard of apple trees. Finally, the wild area at the end is now a child-friendly secret garden with a willow den, a place for Olive to play and explore.
We keep walking forward.
Christian and Katherine are ready to see their new enchanted garden.
I look so nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Okay.
Oh, feels stiff and underfoot.
Oh, yeah. So 3, 2, 1, open your eyes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Oh my
it's beautiful.
God. Look at that.
No words needed when you've got a hug.
That's all. That's all.
Thank you for your hard work.
Oh, hugs all round. I think it's a hit.
They're fantastic. They're amazing. I love how this gravelly path kind of goes into it, and then they kind of break up. That's amazing.
And it looks really modern, but also like it's just kind of sprung out of the garden itself.
It's incredible. Look at that. It's concrete as well.
Yeah. Me and Griff are making that today. So that's
amazing.
I didn't expect that
bespoke.
to also be concrete. That's amazing. I can definitely see like a journey that you want to go down now, whereas before there was no kind of mystery there.
Speaking of journeys, Take your route.
Thank you very much.
You've got the path less trodden on the left, and you've got the easy
I
path on
love
the
it.
right.
Which way should we go?
Which way?
I'm going to go this way.
You take the
Oh,
wild
you've gone
path.
left.
Oh.
Nice. Nature's really encroaching, like, through the cracks there.
And it feels like a completely different space, doesn't it? That
Looking
having this
that way
here.
is
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah, it's so weird. It's so cool.
So it's nice just to have that almost like a river of grass through
Yeah.
the middle.
No, that's great. I think that works really well.
It's really cool.
The idea with the bottoms is having that kind of forgotten orchard.
Yeah.
So what we've done, we spotted in some apple trees. So it's the idea that they'll grow up over time. And then after the lawn, then we step down into the kind of wild play area. You've spotted
Yeah,
it.
I've seen it.
Oh
my God.
We've got a nice little natural archway here as well. For little people. I'm not
Yeah, are you
make
going to try to
guys
fit
go.
your way through?
Little T-Rex.
And
And
like
then,
going through to another world.
yeah, exactly. We pass on through, and then there's another den here. Can you see Olive using this area? Or you
Oh,
guys
God,
just
yeah,
come
she'll
in?
be
Yeah,
down,
absolutely.
sat here chatting to the fairies all day. We'll never see her again.
And I think it will like grow with her as well, because
Yeah.
I think she'll probably like to use this for a little sort of performance space
Yeah.
and
It does.
you know, a
It's-
place where she can bring her little friends, have a little clubhouse back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, lots of little secret places for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then really this leads to the end of the garden, and it's all about that folly. You want to
Yeah.
have that as a focus point, really. So Charlie's trained the rose up on the wall, and then you've got a little picnic area.
That's such a lovely idea.
That's lovely. Oh, thank you so much. That's amazing. It's amazing.
I can safely say I think the boys pulled this one off really well.
They're delighted. Time to show baby Olive.
Big step. Whoa. Look, can you see? Can you see there? The garden has totally fulfilled the brief.
We wanted the garden that really gave us like a sense of magic, kind of a little bit fairy tale-y and just like magical. And it absolutely is that. I mean, this area down here is just going to give little Olive here. There's like, you know, hours and hours of wonder, and it's beautiful.